Davey, 2 on defeat, home to Hearts. Give us your initial thoughts straight after that.
Made some big changes, and I think the boys that came on the park should be proud of their performance. I thought they'd done really well. As a group, I think there was a lot of pressure on everyone today, on the back of the Motherwell game. There's been some strong words most of the season, but after Motherwell and then the Sunday in the change room, it was a difficult place for everyone. A few ultimatums thrown out, but I think today you can see, I think the boys are up for the fight. I'm up for the fight. Difference in the game is Lawrence Shankland. If you look at all the game, starting to sound a bit delusional now, isn't it? But we shouldn't really come away from that game enough. We do, and I understand, and I'm no delusional. But for me, the top end of the park was the difference today. I think there was a 15-minute spell in the second half where we were poor. We were poor in terms of our centre-backs, our transitions, our aggression, getting tight. We were poor, bad decision-making for 15 minutes. 2-0 down, I think it would have been easy for the players to go under, and they never. We then come back, we get the goal. We then have Michael Nottingham has a huge opportunity, if you guys seen it. Yep. And Curtis Guthrie has a huge opportunity at the back post. He's probably got to, well, he doesn't probably, he's got to go back across the keeper. The pace is on the ball. I think there was a lot of positives, and I hope the fans can see that there's a group of players and a group of staff that are going to do everything they can, fight to keep the club in the Premier League. And I think, could you not see that today?
They looked a real togetherness, and I think Shinnie did the kind of player interview here. He covered the kind of talks that he's had and everything else, and it looked like everyone was just a bit hungry. And
I don't want people thinking we've just started having talks. I think the talks probably came to a head. There was a few real home truths, harsh reality. I think I protected the players slightly previously in the Motherwell game. I've took a lot of the criticism and the response, and I don't mind taking that, but I think there was a wee bit of harsh reality after the Motherwell game. Shins today, I thought he came in, and do you know what? Shins will argue with me all day long that he's not number 6. I thought he was brilliant. Honestly, I thought he was brilliant. Him and wee Holty in the middle of the park. Wee Pats, wee Bradders came in, done really well. I thought Curtis Guthrie led the line magnificent. I've never seen such a turnaround in a player with the fans in such a positive way. I thought he was brilliant. He's unlucky with the offside goal. We're talking millimetres at best. He's unlucky with his at the back post. I thought he was brilliant. Jack Hamilton, I was some huge positives today. I can't even remember the question.
You're gonna. I think we'll go on to the positives. So obviously, you did make quite a few changes. We'll go with that. What was the reason behind that? Was it just to freshen things up? Was it?
No. We're at match day 20 previous to this game. Bottom of the league. 2 points in 36. No, it's 2 points in 39 now, but 2 points in 36. Something needs to change. People need to start now taking responsibility.
There's been a few kind of ins and outs. Obviously, Jack Hamilton's been in and out a few times. Parksy's been in and out a few times. Stephen Bradley's not really had a run so far this season. He's kind of almost come out the blue.
Stephen, I thought, was one of our better players January, February, March last year. I thought he came off that a wee bit tail end of the year, but you could probably caveat that with everyone. He came in, worked really hard, spent a bit of time in a training camp over the summer, and he made a real difference to his body. Then he picked up injuries, and then it's kind of been stop, start. I didn't want to put Stephen on the park any longer than 60 minutes today. I spoke to him before the game. I said, if it's half time or 60 minutes, just tell me. You need to come off because he's not played 90 minutes. And the last thing I want to do is injure somebody at this stage. We've got a training camp and we've got a chance to get some real work in. He misses that again because he's missed most of pre-season. So Stephen's not been in the squads through injury at times. And then he's really struggled in the intensity because he's missed a full pre-season. But I was really happy with him today. Really happy with him. And I think Stephen will be honest with you, his head was probably, well, I'll just move on and get game time at somewhere else. And I spoke to him I said, I don't want you to move on. I want you to say, Gaffer, I'm going to come and I'm going to fight. And I think he showed that today. I thought it was a real desire from him. I was really, really happy with Stephen Bradley today.
Me too. There wasn't much in the game, but a multi-million-pound striker has proved the difference a couple of times for us in the last few weeks. Obviously, we've got Shankland today, maybe Miovski up at Aberdeen as well.
You could keep talking Boyle with Hibs, but you could keep talking about it, couldn't you? But for me, that's the difference in the game.
Quite a bit of space for his goal from the angle up there. I've not seen it back
It's
yet,
poor defensively. Yeah. If you look at the throwing for our left-hand side, I think Ayo's got to be over a wee bit. He walks off a couple of years. I'm going to start naming people they know because there's a lot of positivity working, so I don't want to start talking about negativity. But he walks off as it's too easy, but it's an unbelievable finish. The outside of the right foot. Jack's got no chance. But that's the difference in the game, I think, because our home form, I think, has generally been quite good. There's moments in games where it's not, but that's pretty normal. Bar the Dundee game at home, it's pretty lethargic, it was pretty passive, but the two teams were the same until we go down to 10 men. But bar, I thought St Mirren at home, Kilmarnock at home, St Johnstone at home, Aberdeen at home. There's a lot of positives in our home performances. You start sticking the ball in the back of the net because for me it's at the top end of the park. And that's why I think you've seen Big Ketty coming in. Hopefully fans can see what he could bring to the team. Now, a lot of jokes about the pre-match out. I probably need to apologise for that slightly, but I was trying to emphasise in the market that we're, and I'm not going to start talking about people's wages. It's free figures. I'm shopping in a free figure market. So the players available are taking the wages. And the big man's came in and you know what, I thought he was really good today. I had a go at him in the changing room. He dipped his toe in the tackle in the middle of the park. I said, you can't do that in Scotland. You can't do that. But I thought he looked after the ball really well. It's going to take a wee bit of time with the aggression, the intensity, the physicality. And we know that and I know that. But he can look after the ball and the kid can finish. Honestly, yesterday in training, he can finish. He's a number 9, believe it or not, but he can play anywhere across the front three. I've never met a player since my junior days and I say, what foot do you kick when? He says, I don't know. I said, well, what foot would you take a penalty with? My left maybe. But I dribble with my right. But it's nice to have that advantage. So he can play anywhere across the front three, but I think he likes playing as a number 9. But I thought it was a bit of good positive there, wasn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. We spoke to him and Sean Donovan before the game, just doing a quick kind of welcome to Livingston interview. Both seem well up for the fight and add good qualities in terms of versatility and everything else to the squad.
Yeah, well Sean was the one I thought would have been available today because his ITC sitting in England. Yeah. Believe it or not, Tetty, we found out this morning his ITC was sitting in Finland because that's why Sydney asked for it back. So we're thinking Finland, England back here, so we thought no chance. The email came back saying high probability he won't be available and his came through at the last minute. Sean's isn't through but it'll be through for the next game. Shares 2 but we need to add another 3. I need to add another striker. I need to add another centre back. I think that's an area of the park we need to strengthen. As a centre back moving on, I think that's going out tomorrow. I don't mind telling you if you want, or Dave gave me into trouble.
I don't know. He's not telling me yet.
Big Luigi's asked to go back home. Aye, but he's struggled. Big man's honest as the day's long, but he's saying, Gaffer, I'm missing home. Doesn't like the weather. And he says he needs to return home for family reasons because I think he's done okay at times for us this year and he's good cover, but he doesn't want to be good cover. He wants to play. So big Luigi, so I need to bring another one in, but I was looking at another one anyway.
We've also got a couple of knocks in that sort of position today as well. Mick Devlin coming off and
Mick's ankle.
James Penrice kind of left.
Penners is, I'll be honest, Penners has been incredible for us this year. And you know that kid's been playing injured 4 weeks. He's been playing 70% of what he can do, and I think he's still been one of our better players. Spoke to him after Saturday. I said, look, I think you need to come out. He said, Gaffer, I don't want to come out. I need to play. That's why Penners started the game today, but he was always coming off the park at a certain stage of the game because he's one I don't want missing Turkey as well. He needs a break, but the wee man's been playing injured, and that just shows you everything about him as a character.
I think he had an interview with West Lothian Courier and showed real maturity. He knows what this means if we can't get ourselves out of this situation as well.
It's Livingston boys. I know I'm born in Govan, but I grew up in Livingston. 8 years on, I was in Livingston. I grew up in Livingston. That means a huge amount to me. The staff, the players, don't get me wrong, there's probably 2 or 3 that need to move on. We need to bring 2 or 3 in. But we Penners cares. I think even me Pittman, seeing a difference in me Pats. Yeah. I thought we Pats looks back to the last 6 games. It looks like Pats hits the bar at Motherwell. I know it's offside, scores at Motherwell. I think he's been brilliant. And do you know what? This is why. I think wee Pats is one of the most selfless people I've ever met. And when it's came to Pats having to dig deep for Pats, he's maybe not done it at times. But see, when he knows I need him, he knows the club need him. I just think he's excelled. And Penners is in the same category with that one. And I want the fans to know, because I thought they were really good today. I did. Thank you very, very much for that, because I thought it was some good positivity there. I want them to know that I'll be doing everything I can. I'll be fighting, biting, scratching. We will do everything as we can as a group to keep this club in the Premier League. And I think today's performance shows you, after the adversity Saturday, that there's a strong group of players in there willing to do the same.
It was going to be my next question, that there seemed to be a lot more unity within everything today. I think obviously the performance at Motherwell, I think a few of the players were booed back onto the pitch at the start of the second half, which obviously isn't brilliant, but there was certainly a better positive atmosphere here, and you know what, the first half performance as well maybe leads to that.
I think the performance does, but I'd caveat it with, I think most home performances is, but we've probably had a wee bit of negativity from the crowd, but I felt the performances have generally been there. I think 5,000 Heart fans adds to the occasion, it adds to the atmosphere, and I just felt the fans, even when we went 2-0 down, I never felt that adversity from the fans. I don't know, did you? It felt still quite and it would have been so easy for the fans to jump against us at that point. So easy after the back of the Motherwell, and we were unlucky not to take something for the game. So I think the fans, honestly, we've got a huge part to play. Staff, players, and we've just got to stick together. We've got to stick together.
Just on that, you've probably seen other relegation battles at this time of year. If people are in times of adversity, that sometimes the towel is thrown in. That's certainly not the case here, and you can see that by that performance. I'm
telling you now, you cannot get a better group of staff and individuals, including you guys, by the way, that'll do everything they can to keep this club in the Premier League. And I know I've got enough in the changing room in terms of going to come out and give us everything. But if we go down, we'll go down fighting, biting, scratching, fighting for every single thing. But you know what? I think we've got a great chance to stay in this league, and I'm going to do everything I possibly can to keep this club in the Premier League.
That work now starts in Turkey.
Yep.
Obviously a break over there for a week.
I'm actually, do you know what? I don't really. We wouldn't be going if we never won that tournament last year, because there's no money, so we wouldn't be going. So I think it's important folk understand why we're going. But I think we need it. I think we need it as a group, and I think it's going to allow us to get some real coaching time on the park. Hopefully, get another 1 or 2 in before we leave. Hopefully, and we can get them into the process. But Sean Donlan and Tetty, they're going to bounce in it. It feels like we Brothers is a new signing nearly. So you're going there with fresh impetus. Hopefully we've got another 2. I'd love another 2 to be involved in that group, into that, just that community aspect. When we all go away together, you're all eating together, you're all training together, spend so much time together, to integrate them into the group. Sean and Tetty also as well. So I'm looking forward to it personally, to spend some quality training time with the players. And
just finally, Davey, obviously after that we return to Raith Rovers, who are flying the Championship. I think they won the Fife Derby again today as well, which they beat Dunfermline 2-1 at East End Park. I
think Scottish football will shoot ourselves in the foot. I do, honestly. I think, and it's not because I'm bottom of the league.
Is that in terms of having bigger leagues?
I think so. When you look at the champ, right, they're in the champ, you automatically go, oh, they're in the champ. Aye, but you're in the champ. I think that's pretty irrelevant, because I see them, or whoever it is the 13, 14, 15, 16 best team. I think there should be a 16-team league, and I think there'll be a real competitive element. So we're coming into this Raith Rovers game. That's not an easy game of football. Just because we're in the Premier League, we've got no divine right to win it. They're a good football team. They can play, they can do it, they're good. they're a decent team, so it's going to be a decent fixture for us. But one that we've got no divine right to win. We've seen it against Inverness last year. You've got to beat your best, because albeit they're in the champ, there's no much between the teams.
Absolutely. Davey, thanks for your time. Stick it.